8:09 is August Alsina right here on the Ryan Cameron Morning Show. All right, we have Crystal.
We do. And
Ian Burke.
We do.
In the studio.
We do.
And this is our last break with them. So, Ian, you know, what is it that you want to clear up about all of this? Because I just got a text from, like, Dave Gates, who was a part of all of this, too. And he said, basically, Dave just said, we all know how TV does, and it comes to the writer and director discretion. No matter how wrong it can be, you need more than a couple of hours to tell that story. And I said, that's true. If they left everything in, it would still be on TV right now.
And that's the thing. I honestly felt like it should have been like they did the Jacksons or the Temptations, a 2-day mini story, because of the fact that a lot of things were left out. And you know, it's a lot to squeeze in 2 hours. So I don't fault anybody about that. It's just the whole creative license thing,
right?
You know, about the movie. But I do want to say, you know, everybody's asking, you know, how did the group actually get together? It was the brainchild of myself and Crystal. I was managing Crystal at the time. Myself and my partner, Kenneth Kidd, who actually introduced me to Jermaine Dupri back in the day. He's like the silent figure in this whole thing, Kenneth David Kidd. And we came up with this thing about doing a female version of BBD. And it was actually Rico Wade who became prominent years later as a member of Organized Noise and actually did one of their biggest records, Waterfalls. He was the one who brought Lisa to the audition over at Sidney Darden's house. And I actually said no to Lisa in the beginning. I didn't felt like she came in a dress. I was looking for girls that were kind of tomboyish.
Right.
And so I actually said no to Lisa. And I went in the back to sit down and talk with Rico and the rest of the guys. And Crystal sat up front with Lisa. And Lisa rapped for Crystal. And then Crystal came back and just like, yo, man, you really need to hear her rap. You know, you really need to hear her. And I was like, Crystal, she's not fitting the mold. I don't think it's going to work. But Crystal said, look, I need you to listen. And I listened. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're in the group.
Wow.
Yeah, you're in the group. Because she was dope. She had that Moni Love feel, that quick tongue. Plus, she was quick. The only thing that bothered me with her was the way she was dressed. And she was like, well, I thought this is what you wanted, but I usually wear baggy clothes. That's what I'm comfortable in. So I was like, all right, cool. So after that, Rico actually was supposed to bring Tion to the meeting. She couldn't make it that night. I actually had my group together. I had Crystal, Lisa, and another Lisa that was in the group, but I was determined to meet this girl because Rico was like, yo, she's definitely the one. So we went to this woman's house at 2 o'clock in the morning, knocked on her door, and when she opened the door, I was like, yo, you don't even have to sing. You're it. That's it. You're it. Because she didn't have no makeup on. She's fresh out of the bed, wiping the sleep out of her eyes. And I just saw the star that Tion is. And she sang, you know, she had a cold and everything. She did. It's like, you know, at that time, it's like, oh, whatever. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're in the group. This is your thing. And the last thing I want to say is, you know, another pivotal person that I felt was missing was Jermaine Dupri. And that's because it was Jermaine who made her sing, Tion sing in that lower register. You know what I'm saying? He was the one who was like, you know what? I got to, you know, we got to change this whole situation around. Try singing like that. She didn't like it at first, but it became her signature sound.
That's right.
Therefore, becoming the signature sound of TLC.
Right.
And I'm just like, yo, how could you leave that? That was pivotal. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot.
Absolutely.
Me going through it and watching the whole situation and how they had it unfold on TV, it made me grimace a little bit because I'm like, you know, and I understand.
But
Don't
you
get me
cleared it
wrong.
up today.
Yeah.
For a lot of
Yeah.
people, like, I think, like you said, that, you know, like, a lot of people are going to take this as fact.
Yeah, because
they only know what they saw on TV last night.
Exactly. Not being raised in Atlanta, what I saw, I'm taking that as how it actually happened. And Crystal, I know you said before the break that the reason you got out of the group is because you didn't sign the contract. In the movie, of course, they're portraying you as not being able to sing. You don't want to sing for us this morning, though, you said, correct?
Right.
Okay, just want to, because that was one of the biggest parts of the movie that people are looking for.
Let me clear that up too. And I want to. This group was not put together as a singing group. One of the other things that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned was the one thing that they didn't capitalize. TLC was never just another singing group. We put TLC together to start a movement. It was a movement because before TLC, you never saw any other female groups wearing baggy clothes or doing the things that they were doing or having a rapper in a group. It was non-existent. You had In Vogue, you had the Good Girls, you had Expose. You know,
the good
3LW.
you know what I'm no, they weren't there yet.
No, they weren't
actually, because SWV was actually called TLC before, but when the actual TLC came out, SWV had to change their name to SWV, Sisters with Voices. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing was this is not to get a bunch of singers, but to get, to form that hot female group.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: Crystal does not sound as bad as they portrayed her on the show last night.
I mean, you were representing her, so
absolutely,
and everybody knows that you know talent, so that would have been crazy.
And
absolutely.
my thing is, if I sing that bad, then why would you offer me a contract?
Right.
So,
but you know what? As we go to break here, Crystal, knowing that TLC became the largest selling group female history, when you look back on it, maybe you think, okay, maybe after all is said and done, do you ever say, yeah, maybe I should have? It not one iota?
I've grown, I've matured, so I'm fine with everything now. I've kind of gotten over all the hurt a long time ago, but everything happens for a reason, and apparently it wasn't meant for me. But I feel very blessed that I was able to, bring forth.
But you do have a book.
Yes.
That's what you need. So you do have a book coming out.
Yes, I have a collection of memoirs I'm currently working on. Yeah. And TLC, just so everybody knows, it's not a book about TLC. It's a book about me and my journey and the things that I've been through in life. And TLC is a pivotal part of it.
Well, we appreciate you coming up this morning and talking to us.
Thank you.
Yes.
You ain't saying nothing.
I know you ain't saying for us, but
You're saying.
Well, you sing in the book, though.
You're singing.
Yes.
I just figured,
Appreciate you, Ian. Always good to see you, man.
Thank you, man.
A16
Thanks for
right
having
now.
us.
Crash D, what up, baby?
Hi, man.